happening, hiking freaks? We're heading south on another trip, and I'll tell you what, I caught a beautiful one this time. It's been raining for a month straight, and we picked a good day. I got Jerry coming out with me, my son Gray. See you out on the trail.
Barely see anything with the light in your eyes.
Step over here on the hard ground.
Well, we can't have too much agenda today because river's up and we're hiking in swampland, off the trail, back country in it, bushwhacking the whole way pretty much. So we don't have no agenda other than to be out here in the camp and have a good time. So we're just basically strolling, trying to take high ground, coming back down, trying to find the trail. Most of the time we're not even finding it, so no big deal. We're just out here to enjoy life, enjoy the woods, and take a leisurely stroll wherever it takes us. That's a good thing about it being flooded. We don't have an agenda to get nowhere at no particular time, so just out here enjoying life.
Spirit of Drew is Sydney Hornblower.
I got mine, but it'll take me a minute to get my hand on it.
Just look at it this way, son. We got something to do tonight. We can pick all the stickers out of our legs.
That's fun.
I got a knife. You can scrape it.
Oh, I brought one.
You can scrape your legs with it.
Yeah, I brought my pocket knife.
Right.
You want to get yourself some videos? Daddy's.
I'm going to show you a piece of gear you've never seen me use before.
Playing all the gear and all that nasty things and stuff. That's the I think you could use that for like a fork or something. What is this supposed to be again, Daddy?
Corkscrew,
Okay, don't know what that is.
since Jerry brought the wine.
I didn't think about it. I drank my wine out of a box. When I go camping, I don't bring a corkscrew. Or a bottle. I just bring it in a box.
And then here's the can opener. Look at that stuff. Wow, that almost,
Oh, it would help if I put alcohol.
Cars everywhere you try to go.
not usually.
You know?
Not most of the trails like this. This is not even a trail right here.
Oh.
So on the way here, Jerry, my dad, he asked me if I had brought my glasses case, and I said no, and I asked him if he did. He said no. That's why I was asking you. And then I said maybe we should ask Jerry because he's the elder of the glasses club.
Well, you know,
Yeah, no, we were talking about the glasses cleaner.
Huh?
That cleans your glasses.
Oh, to clean your glasses.
Yeah.
A microfiber
Yeah, I
towel.
got something to clean my glasses if you need them clean.
Yeah, that's basically what. Yeah.
Can you see out of them?
Yeah, but it's banged up. See, truly, I don't really care if my glasses are messed
Well,
up.
yeah, you got to keep the man that wears glasses needs to have clean glasses going on.
So I put my backpack in the back of the truck so Jerry can get in the truck. We could hop over a ramp, go around the fence, and get back up in here. When I put my backpack in the back of the truck, my water bottle came out, and my son didn't tell me. He saw it, but he didn't tell me. Not to fret. You know, we do have bladder bags, so I'm gonna be drinking out of a bladder bag and my little iced tea all day.
No, you're not.
And
I
tomorrow
brought a spare
as
bottle.
well. So
I'm gonna loan him a bottle. I brought a spare bottle. I figured somebody needed one. Now turn the camera around. What this is survival food. It's two great big, as Jerry Cloward would say, cat head biscuits made by Mary B, because all I can do is just throw it up and turn it on. With Kentucky cane sorghum syrup, what my daddy would have called blackstrap molasses. And that's one reason I wanted to come hiking on this trip, was because this is my new go-to survival kit. This will stay with you all day long. And I wrapped it up in paper because I did a bad job of putting it on the biscuits and it went everywhere, and I didn't want it all inside the sack. But I'm gonna unwrap these biscuits in the morning and I'm gonna go through them like a chainsaw through a load of logs. But anyway, made by a family in Kentucky and a friend of mine who's a cousin of theirs. They've been doing this for 100 straight years, making this syrup. It's good stuff. It'll stick to your ribs. And cause I'm a big Scott Taylor fan, I wanted to give him a shout out on the morsel spork. When I saw his, I had to get me one. And it's a doozy. I practiced eating with it at home one time, man. It is great. It'll get it all. And I wished I'd have brought ramen noodles so I could use my fork, but I'll do that on my next adventure.
Is the water still in it?
Kind of. Like this.
So the noodles need to be soaked up.
I get it. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hangry. Oh, the big chunk of cheese. Chunk of cheese.
I do believe I put the flames out.
I do believe. You know what I love about our backyard, Daddy?
What?
I saw like 4 or 3 deer cross our yard when I was outside one time.
Yeah, that is neat.
I almost got up close to one. I got very close to it. Just enough to see it.
Now I'm gonna have me a dip.
He got him some hot chocolate. Okay.
Making it out in the field. Just take 2 spoons of this beef stroganoff, throw it in here in your ramen noodles. Makes good beef stroganoff. Gray, you want to tell them what you're having for lunch?
I'm having cheese, Fritos, and ramen noodles for lunch.
How's that recipe?
Awesome. Mm-mm.
You'll have a wife and 2 kids and a job
Already got a job cleaning my room.
and a mortgage payment. You ain't got a mortgage payment yet. Snow Peak 600 cup, titanium cup, and then this insulated 450 milliliter cup will nest into it. And I don't always bring it because it weighs 3.5 ounces. What I normally bring is left over from my medical procedure known as a colonoscopy, and boys, that was a real experience. But this is what's known as the Suprep cup, which is a 16 ounce, as far as I know, food grade silicone cup. And I made a little holder for it, which doesn't cover the whole thing, but I sometimes put a little styrofoam cup inside of it if I want to drink something hot out of it. And it weighs half of what my insulated cup weighs, but I knew we were going to have time to enjoy some hot beverages on this trip. I drink my nasty old electrolytes out of this cup most of the time, and I hate to mix those flavors with my hot chocolate and coffee and whatnot.
I'm gonna have me a food bar, Gray. You said you're gonna have some crackers.
Yeah. Everything I get, you get something else.
Looks like it today. Well, I'm sitting here enjoying my Arizona Mimo tea. I want to talk to you about this top I've got here. So if you've watched Neemor, you're very aware of his Cuddl Duds fleece. But I've got a Cuddl Duds fleece right here. And we'll go more in depth with the layering system that I've got going on right here. But this has a quarter zip and a hoodie as well. And this thing comes in at 8.2 ounces. So it's a good layering system to match up with the other Cuddl Duds fleece. So if you get a little colder, you can throw it on, and that thing only weighs 5.2 ounces. So combined, they weigh right around 13 ounces or so, and it's warmer slash layering system that you can use other than like the I have a Patagonia microgrid fleece as well. It's the R1 with the hoodie, quarter zip, and that thing it zips down a little bit more, so it gives you a little bit more airflow. But this is thin, but I would have to say it's a little bit warmer than the Patagonia one is, especially when you layer it with the other fleece material. So we're nesting a pot, lighter, all in this Arizona with a Lay's potato chip right there, and then that we're nesting inside of another. Basically, this is a protector for the Arizona, so I can stick it in my pocket. Don't have to worry about it getting smashed as much. This is basically just a cake frosting icing thing. Took the label off, cleaned it out. It holds everything nestled in there just fine. So pop it out, get your stuff out. Fits perfect. Jerry's got the Superfly 20D tarp this time. He's using his walking stick on his pull-outs. This is our camp setup. I'm on the left and Gray's on the right. And we're sporting a Cuban camo. I want to talk about a little pack that I got my son. He's been using this now for 2.5 years. I'll put a link on. It's a really cheap backpack. I bought him an expensive pack and it just didn't fit him right. It was a little too heavy for him. At the time he was 6 and he's 9 now. So yeah, we used that other pack for about a year, I guess. And but anyway, it's a real cheap pack, lightweight, and his base weight starting out with food, alcohol, basically a day's worth of food and alcohol. But basically he started out with an 8.3 pack, and that's with a 20-degree quilt. He's always equipped, so if he gets away from me, he can basically come out and survive on his own for at least a day or two, you know, as long as he rations himself. But always has a cook pot, his own alcohol. Inside his cook pot, we've got his stove, bandana, lighter, and a ferrocerium rod. So another part of Gray's layering system that he didn't necessarily have in his backpack this time, he wore it the whole time, is he's got a little fleece with some kangaroo pockets. Gray, you want to show him your kangaroo pockets? And there's his little kangaroo pockets. Got Jerry over there with his makeshift seat.
This is the S29 all white Ursack. with the metal liner.
Be careful, Gray. You're gonna knock my pot over. Gray, I think it's about to talk to you. I think you're at a...
Want to check it? Good?
No, it's almost there though. Not sure if you can see me, but Baby Ruth and coffee just before bed. See you in the morning.
So, hey, Jerry,
Hey, great.
have you ever heard of the 12 Tips of Christmas?
The 12
The 12 Tips of Christmas.
tips.
Mhm.
TIPS tips. No, I've never heard of that.
Well, remember when my dad said, dig me a hole too? When he went to go use the poop?
And what did I tell him? I told him it's every man for himself out here.
Restless Outdoors.
I'm not familiar with that one.
You don't know Restless Outdoors?
Nope, sorry.
Okay. We're gonna have to send Jerry a link.
Well, the Restless Outdoors 12 Tips of Christmas, well, he has 12 tips. And one of the tips is how to team poop.
Out of what?
Team poop. Both of them dig 2 holes, and they're both sitting next to each other, reading a... He stuck it up so bad, one of them got up, and he fell in one of the holes.
Oh, well, you know, I stepped in a hole last night. I hope that's not what it was.
That's why my dad said, make me a hole too.
I kind of subscribe to the private poop theory. All right.
Here's fall. Stop, okay?
Mmm.
I might not be.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I love to.
Boy, I wish you would have rolled up your pants.
Yeah. Well, there's always a washing machine waiting at home for us.
Well, if I can do it, just check out the clothes in the garage, go outdoors, wash the heavy mud off with the garbage on you.
Yeah, but someone riding by is gonna see me naked.
Ray, slow walking. Slow steps.
Naked and you.
We got you, Jerry. Think a horse can skate that log?
Nope.
Great. Slowly go across it, Gray. Very slow, one step at a time. One foot in front of the other.
Should I hand him another pole?
It'll be fine.
90 steps.
That's where the trail typically goes. Back up through there in that mosh pit. So we're trudging across this little joker here. Woo, thank you nature for the bridge.
I didn't see this coming. I got up this morning, I wasn't even thinking about getting into this.
Well, you should have.
Hold on, I'm gonna come get your stuff. You'll be fine, I'm gonna come get your stuff.
Oh, Daddy, I hate doing this.
Yeah, you enjoying it.
Whoa, hold. No, I'm
I
not.
get it. I'm doing it 3 times.
No, you're not.
Count it.
That's only your. Oh, I see what you mean. Ah, my feet. Ah.
Cold, ain't it?
Actually, it only got to here. It only got to here.
Good. Good for Jared. It really stings when you get out, Jerry. Well, at least he's got gaiters on. It kept some of the cold off, probably.
It helps. I think you need to become a 2-pole man.
It's
buddy.
cracking.
I hate 2 poles.
I weighed 150 pounds yesterday. I don't know what I weigh today after eating all that chocolate. But
Good enough. This is good enough.
when you come to a place that's run by the federal government, like we're on the Chattahoochee National Forest, is that where we are?
Yeah.
At the Wise Creek Boat Landing, and the sign says road closed, and they've got these 2 great big rocks on a steel thing in front of it. Don't be riding around it and going on down there just because you ain't got a boat to launch. They don't want you riding on their road. So we found that out the hard way, but it'll all come out in the wash.